Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Kenny. Buy and hodl 500 XRP now. You are the future XRP whale. Finally, somebody is telling people not to buy 20 to 100,000 XRP. Always set some sort of goal and try to achieve that much. More is always better, but never buy more than what you can afford. Don't ever overinvest in crypto. But he is right. 500 XRP in the future, it's not going to be obtainable by retail investors. Most people will not be able to acquire 100 XRP in the future. Think about this run alone. 500 XRP might end up being worth $50,000 if we go to $100. People don't realize that, and that could very well happen. I see this all day long. Will XRP reach $100 by the end of 2025? What are your thoughts on that? I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in 2026. I think by the end of this year, we will be well into double digits. But I think the ETFs are going to continue to gain momentum along the way as well. In other words, the money's going to continue to flow in not only in October, November, December, but also January, February, and March, and so on. Plus, at the same time, we are on the verge of regulations. Regulations can be a very big catalyst for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. So what are your thoughts? Do we reach $100 by the end of this year, or is it going to happen in 2026? A lot of people say there's no way we don't hit $100. Even the most conservative people out there are calling $50 plus now. Perplexity AI predicts price increase for XRP, Pepe, and Dogecoin by the end of 2025. One thing I want to point out is the AI is predicting XRP to reach between $10 and $15 by the end of this year. I remember this same AI not so long ago, I'm talking like maybe a month or two ago, was predicting XRP to reach $7 to $15. So why now is the price going up a little bit more? I always said AI bases everything on posts that it captures all over X and other social media outlets to come up with a prediction. Is that what's going on? Are people predicting XRP to go higher now? So the AI, their predictions are going up also. Because there's a lot of human interaction in those price predictions that AI makes. And nearly all coders now use AI, but nobody trusted Google finds. So here's the stats. Google's Dora survey showed nearly all developers coded with AI in 2025, but only a quarter trusted what it spit out. 5,000 engineers told Google the same thing. AI is fast, useful, and totally unreliable. Developers embrace AI like candy, but treat it as output like scam email. Most people don't go by what AI says, and I agree with that because, like I said, there's a lot of what AI puts out there that comes from humans making posts all over social media. But we are going to see the rise of AI. That's for sure. It is already happening. Amplify ETFs just filed to launch XRP monthly option income. ETFs employing covered call strategies. This could appeal to income and yield investors seeking exposure plus passive returns in crypto. Everybody is jumping on board with this right now. Everybody wants to have an XRP spot ETF. or a futures ETF. Everybody wants to get in on this cryptocurrency because they know that the breakout this time around, it's going to be absolutely incredible. This is going to be the biggest run we have ever seen. And the final submissions of the crypto ETFs are expected to be filed by the end of this week. They will all be approved soon after. Like I was telling you, everybody's now scrambling to update their new product filings so that they could get them approved quicker because of the SEC lightening up on the ETF rules. So most likely all those ETFs that are predicted to go live between the third week of October and the end of October, it looks like they could possibly go live within the next couple of weeks. And that would really get this market moving. CME Group put this out. We've hit our 4-month milestone for XRP futures. The reason for the momentum, demand for trusted, regulated crypto products. We are going to see non-stop demand for XRP. This demand is not going to go away. Everybody realizes a new financial system is coming. They're no longer going to be investing money into speculation, not with a new financial system on the horizon. Everybody wants to position themselves now. And like I was saying in that previous video about yield, everybody's wanting to get yield all of a sudden. Well, VET put this out earlier today. Let me be very clear. Any of the yield-bearing tokens, yield offerings, no matter if on Flare, EVM sidechain, Midas, Securitize, or whoever comes next for XRP has risk. Every ounce of yield is paid by some amount of risk. And yes, some of the projects will rug and go belly up. You have to calculate the risk. I see offers of like 12 and 15% yield now. You know there is a hell of a lot of risk when you're getting that much yield. 3 to 5% is usually where you want to be. Anything above that, the risk skyrockets. There's going to be a lot of people losing their entire bag. And it's all about liquidity. Now, I made a video where I was talking about Ripple and Securitize and BlackRock, and everybody said that only benefits RLUSD. It doesn't benefit XRP in any way. Take a listen to what Brad says here.
Two things come to mind of like big events. I'll save the bigger one for the second. But, look, I think the stablecoin effort is a really important one. And I think Ripple has always taken the view that anything we can do that is good for the XRP ledger, we're going to lean into. Bringing liquidity to the XRP ledger is good for everyone in the community. And anytime I read it online or just somebody saying that Ripple somehow isn't committed to the XRP ledger, I just think that they totally are missing it. Like, we're 100% committed to the XRP ledger. We always will be. And we would only do a stablecoin if we thought it was good for the XRP ledger. But I think that's going to be an exciting step around the RLUSD.
RLUSD is going to bring more utility and more value to XRP. They are going to work together. And any value that comes to the XRP ledger, that also benefits XRP. Retail investors all over X, right away, they see an announcement. And if it doesn't have XRP in it, right away, that doesn't benefit us. That only benefits Ripple and RLUSD. They don't realize all that value is going to run across the XRP ledger, bringing more utility and value to XRP as well. I don't get it. This run, it's so different, and even the people are so different. It's like we were holding XRP at 50 cents for a very, very long period of time, years. Then all of a sudden it breaks out above $3. And right now, we're still around $3, and everybody's so pissed off about it. They're like, when is it the hell is XRP going to move? It's like it already did move. We are going much higher, but it's going to most likely happen when you least expect it. Nobody could tell you 100% when the breakout is going to begin. People don't understand that, and a lot of people are new in this space. I get it. A lot of people bought above $3. You're still going to make a hell of a lot of money in this run. But if you can't stay patient long enough, you are not going to make it to the finish line. And that is a fact. And if you listen to all these negative people all over X wanting to sell their XRP every time the market turns red, if you're listening and following those people, most likely you're going to sell before it even happens. And then everybody was talking about Hidden Road. Oh, that's nothing. That doesn't bring value to XRP either. This comes from smoke. Ripple's Hidden Road acquisition integrates XRP into the plumbing of traditional markets. The plumbing of payments is also changing. The Interledger protocol is like universal plumbing for finance, allowing money to flow smoothly between various networks, just as the internet connects computers. With ownership of Hidden Road, Ripple can push broader adoption of RLUSD and XRP for settlement, potentially making XRP part of the plumbing in traditional markets. Ripple equals the plumbers. XRP equals the new pipes. This is all documented as well. Interledger protocol is also going to open up the ability for micropayments. Micropayments are going to be absolutely massive. Instead of buying a whole newspaper, you could just buy an article. If you want to stream one specific movie, you'd no longer have to buy the membership to Paramount or whoever you're getting your streaming services through. You would pay as you go, thanks to micropayments. You'll also get paid every minute of the day if you wanted to get paid that way. It also opens up for AI making payments also. AI paying other AI, machines making payments between each other. Interledger protocol is a very big deal. And right now, most of the pipes are already in place for XRP to run through, but we're just not quite there yet. But the rise of the new financial system is on the horizon, because you already see how we're pushing into the digital age. They're now calling the dollar the digital dollar. Scott Bessent, the treasurer, says digital dollar all the time. Other people on the mainstream media are now saying digital dollar as well. Why? Because they want to get people comfortable with the sound of the digital dollar. This way, when it finally rolls out at scale, everybody's like, well, I'll just pay in digital dollars. It'll be like a normal thing for everyone. If you were to release it without the hype behind it, nobody's going to want to use it. They're going to be like, well, I'll just continue to pay in cash, or I'll just slide a card. Everything is going to be digital going forward. They're going to eliminate all of paper, including paper money. We will eventually see a cashless society. I love these people that always say they're never going to get rid of cash. Everybody says that until it happens. Cash is eventually going to disappear. That's the end game of all of this. But at the same time, everything is going to be so much easier because you're going to have AI. You're going to have an AI assistant doing most things for you. You won't, instead of you sitting down and paying off all your monthly bills, an AI will be doing that. Instead of you watching the market all day, you'll have an AI agent for that, making you money all day long. What I'm telling you is the transition is already happening, and people still think it's going to take until 2030, 2035. This is going to happen way sooner. 2030 was like a deadline they put on it. But we all know everything always seems to accelerate, especially with the rise of AI. But we all get rich in the end. because we're all XRP investors. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.